Hi there everybody, I'm Mr. Magic, and today I'm going to be playing a combo of Kodama of the East Tree and Sakashima of 1,000 Faces, and this deck is going to be geared around duplicating Kodama's abilities and just really abusing them egregiously to put a lot of stuff on the field for free. So, Mrs. Magic?
Yes, I am Mrs. Magic. I am playing Krenko Mob Boss, and I'm going to be trying to make a whole lot of goblins.
And I lost our last game, so I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I got a hole in
Yep.
the table.
Put it down, little buddy. You go sit over there and eat your candy, honey.
I am going to start, let's see. I'm going to play a Thriving Isle. It enters the battlefield tapped. And when it enters, I name another color, green in this case. And so Thriving Isle can make blue or green. And play passes to you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Can you pick that up, please?
Yes.
And that goes to you.
I'm going to tap, draw a card. I am going to drop a forest for turn. Okay, and so I'm going to play that forest and then play passes to you.
I'm going to play another mountain. And I'm going to tap 2 and play Goblin Recruiter.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, sorry, let me read that.
Are you... That's the one that stacks your deck for you. Are you sure you want to play him with only 2 lands on the field? Okay.
When Goblin Recruiter comes into play, search your library for any number of Goblin cards you choose, reveal those cards, then shuffle your library and put them on top of it in any order you choose. So sorry, this may take a few minutes. So,
do you have anything else that you need to do?
I'm just not sure, something Snoop, what's the name of it?
Conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
Snoop. He's the one that you usually want to start with.
So I'm just going to bring them out.
Because if you want, I can play while you're...
Doesn't he give you the ability to... Well, I'm tapped out, I guess. Yeah, I guess I can go to you. And then
And yes, Conspicuous Snoop plays with the top card of your library revealed. You can play goblins off the top card of your library, and Conspicuous Snoop gains all of the abilities of any goblin card on the top of your library. That being said, play passes to me. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play an island for turn. I'm going to tap 3 mana for the Replicating Ring. It's an artifact that can add 1 mana of any color, and at the beginning of my upkeep, I put a counter on Replicating Ring. When it has 8 or more counters on it, I can remove all of them and create 8 colorless artifact tokens named Replicating Ring with add 1 mana of any color. And with all that done, play passes to you. Okay, so this is your stack of goblins, and let's see, looks like you've got Matron on the top. Was that intentional?
I'm sorry, Snoop is supposed to be on the top.
Were these were the last 3 you pulled off? Do you want them on the bottom?
No, wait.
You had those 3.
Sorry, something must have got messed up.
Okay. You pulled those off the...
Oh, yeah, I do want them on the bottom. I'm sorry. I see what you mean.
Alright, so Snoop, War Chief, Muxus, Goblin Chieftain, Bandit Lord, Krenko, Skirk, Click Slither is not a goblin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put him in
Trap
there.
Runner, Commander, Instigator, Rabblemaster, Lackey, Sharpshooter, Goblin King, Sneaking Guide, Raging Goblin, Pile Driver, Reckless One, Rigging Runner, Tunneler, Matron, Taunter, Commando. Okay. So there's your stack of goblins.
Excuse me.
And you need to untap and start your turn.
Oh, that's right. You went first, didn't you? Oops. Play Mountain for turn. And I'm gonna tap 2 for Conspicuous Snoop. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may cast goblin spells from the top of your library as long as the top card of your library is a goblin card. Conspicuous Snoop has all activated abilities of that card. So, and I cannot currently pay for him.
Can't pay for War Chief, and that's a good thing. Alright.
Then I will hit you for 1 with Raging Goblin.
With Goblin Recruiter.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm
You
gonna
knew what I meant.
Yep, I'm gonna untap. Draw a card. I am going to drop a forest for turn. And I'm going to tap 4 for Volo Guide to Monsters. Whenever I cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature I control, or a creature card in my graveyard, copy that spell. And play will pass to you.
Okay. Play. Sorry, I'm going to play another land and untap Goblin Recruiter. And since he has the abilities of this card, I can pay 1 less,
You
right?
can pay 1 less.
Because Goblin War Chief, Goblin Spell Shoot, cast cost 1 less to cast. Goblin creatures you control have haste. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to pay 2 to put this guy out. And reveal the top card here. I cannot afford him yet. And what do you have out? I can't see that.
I have Volo Guide to Monsters. He's a 3/2. I have 4 lands, and I have a Replicating Ring that got a counter during my last upkeep.
Let me read what this card does. Legendary creature, Goblin Noble. Whenever is that Maxis Goblin Grandy?
Muxus the Goblin Grandy.
Okay.
When he enters the battlefield, you reveal the top 6 cards of your library. You put all of the Goblin cards revealed that way into play. Anything that's not a Goblin card goes onto the bottom of the deck. And then whenever he attacks, he gets +1/+1 for every goblin you control.
So since he has the abilities, can I do 6 cards?
No, because he's not entering the battlefield.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Excuse me. Then play goes to you.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Get a counter on Replicating Ring. I'm going to play a land for turn. And I'm going to tap. I'm going to tap 5 lands and my replicating ring to play Kodama of the East Tree. Kodama has reach, and whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under my control, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, you may put a permanent card with equal or lesser converted mana cost from your hand onto the battlefield. So, Volo creates a token copy of Kodama because I don't have any other spirits in play, or I don't have any other spirits in play. Then, this is a 0 cost permanent, and it triggers Kodama's ability. So, I'll play another 0 cost permanent, a land. Then, the entry of this permanent will trigger this Kodama, and I'll play another 0 cost permanent. And then the entry of that one will trigger that Kodama, and I will play another 0 cost permanent. And then the last Kodama will trigger, and I will... Nope, I will hang on to that. I will just hang on to that. And play will pass to you.
Okay. Land. And let's see, he normally costs 6. Oh, it's giving that.
But it costs 5 because of War Chief.
Which is what I have.
Yep.
So I'm going to tap 5 to play Muxus.
Muxus, the Goblin Grave.
Muxus. Sorry, there's not an A,
Okay.
that's a U. And when he comes out, I get to play 6 goblins.
You get to reveal the next 6 cards, which you have
Okay.
stacked so that they're all goblins.
I like this. 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. Goblin Chieftain has haste. Other goblin creatures you control have +1/+1 and have haste. Oh, all of them get haste. Wow.
Yes, everybody gets haste.
Other goblin creatures you control get +1/+1. Pay red and tap. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deals damage equal to the number of goblins that entered the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. Then Krenko 10th Street Kingpin. Legendary creature. Whenever Krenko 10th Street Kingpin attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then create a number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. Skirk Prospector. Sacrifice a goblin. Add red. Goblin Trap Runner. Whenever a goblin Trap Runner attacks, flip 3 coins. For each flip you win, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. And then last one is Siege Gang Commander. When Siege Gang Commander enters the battlefield, create 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Pay 2, sacrifice a goblin. Siege Gang Commander deals 2 damage to any target. Whew, I'm tired. That's a lot of reading.
So you need to create 3 1/1 goblins off of Siege Gang Commander.
Okay. And so are these going to be different than like the ones that
Nope, they're all 1/1 red goblins.
okay.
So you can use this.
I'm making 3?
Yes.
Let me see. Excuse me. Reveal the next card because of conspicuous snoop. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to bring that down to 2 goblins and use the ability that Skirk Prospector has, sacrifice a goblin, add 1 red, and since I have to pay 1 less, I'm going to pay the...
That only affects colorless mana. Costs gray less to cast. And
Oh, I'm
Warren
sorry.
Instigator, what you should, or what I would
My
advise
apologies.
then, is you take that red mana and feed it into Hobgoblin Bandit Lord and
Oh,
deal
you're smart.
7 to 10 damage to me.
You are very clever. Okay. Tapping is kind of difficult when there's this many. Okay, I'll tap him and feed the mana to him.
Right, and I'll take 10 damage.
Now, does that count him? Because he entered 2.
Yes, so he's 1, then he pulled 6, and then you made 3.
Very good.
Is 10.
Then... let's see. Play goes to you, I guess.
Okay.
I just need... You go ahead and play, but I need to figure out what has +1 counters.
Okay. I'll put a counter on Replicating Ring. I'll draw a card.
Just dawned on me, I had haste. I could have attacked you with everything.
I sure wasn't going to remind you.
I was trying not to take too long so it wouldn't be boring for anybody, and then I realized I was trying too hard not to be boring, but I failed then.
So I am going to tap 4 for Sakashima of 1,000 Faces, and he is also going to copy Kodama. You may have Sakashima of 1,000 Faces enter the battlefield as a copy of another creature you control, except it has Sakashima of 1,000 Faces other abilities. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control, and he has partner. Then, because I have played a 4-drop creature, 4-drop permanent is going to trigger Kodama of the East Tree. I'm going to play Bio Waste Blob for free. And then that's going to trigger this Kodama, and I'm going to drop Fathom Mage, which is another 4-drop for free. And then with all that done, and I played those out of order. I should have played those differently, but
I should have hit you before you got all those out.
yeah,
I probably would have won the
absolutely
game.
right.
I really messed that up. But at least next
So
time.
Bio Waste Blob. There's currently 1 of him. And so he is a 1/1. Let's see. Then, let's see. The Ooze, Volo copies Bio Waste Blob. So there's actually 2 Bio Waste Blobs, and then they become 2/2. So Bio Waste Blob says oozes you control get +1/+1, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a commander, create a token that's a copy of Bio Waste Blob. So he's always the Bio Waste Blobs are always going to be equal to the their size will always be equal to the number of them. And then Fathom Mage has Evolve, and whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness, then this creature put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So the second Bio Waste Blob entered as a 2/2, which is greater than Fathom Mage and puts a counter on Fathom Mage. And then whenever a +1/+1 counter is put on Fathom Mage, I can draw a card. So then I am going to My land for turn will be a Soaring Seacliff. Soaring Seacliff enters tapped, and when Soaring Seacliff enters the battlefield, target creature gains flying until end of turn. This copy of Kodama will have flying until the end of turn. Then I'm going to attack with this Kodama. He's a flyer.
Is he? Okay. I wasn't sure if you were targeting a card or what.
Yep. And you're going to take 6 damage. And then I'm going to tap 3 for Cultivate. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards, 1 onto the battlefield tapped, 1 into my hand, and then shuffle my library. So I'm going to go grab an island and a forest, and you can start playing.
Okay. I'm gonna tap 2 because it only counts for gray. To play, this one last is gray. Warren Instigator, double strike. Whenever Warren Instigator deals damage to an opponent, you may put a goblin creature card from your hand into the battlefield. I like it. Oops, sorry, baby. And then 2. I'm going to tap 3 more. Play Krenko, who has haste.
Yuck.
I love you. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 goblins. Oh, by the way, these counters let you know all other goblins get +1/+1 counter. Not, count. +1/+1. And then other goblins get +1/+1. So each of them have 1/+1 from the other one. Everybody else has 2. That's why I put 1 on each end. And I'm going to put 2 on my little critters here because I won't forget about them. I'm going to reveal the next card. And when I say 14 goblins, so I'm going to tap Krenko and double that. You've got the pen, baby.
Okay. There you go. I am just as
where? Oh, here. Okay.
just as reference, the forest entered the battlefield tapped, and when it did, it triggered Kodama's ability, and I played that island. That happened during my second main phase, last turn.
And then I'm gonna pay 1 and tap this guy. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. And I entered 14.
Okay, so that's
16. Sorry, I brought him in, and 14 of them.
So that leaves me at 13 life.
Sorry about changing the numbers.
Nope.
It's on to me.
I think that's going to be game.
Yeah, because I'm not going to forget to attack this time. And everybody has haste.
Sure you don't want to forget?
These alone are 32.
Yep. There's no way I can do anything
I'll
about it.
I'll hit you 32.
I cannot.
Do we want to add this up or just say game? Because that's going to be a lot of adding.
It's game. Yeah, I was hoping this deck would get to do a little more, but the goblins won the burping contest. That's what this was. Okay. Well played, Mrs. Magic. Well played.
Thank you. That's 39 damage just with them, not including these.
Duly noted.